I can't believe it is already going to be November. That is crazy to me. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and this will be another bookish video, and it is nearing the end of October. So that means it is TBR time, and my Owl Choose Your TBR game is back for the month of November. I am so excited to play it again finally. I think I took a couple months break from it, but it is back for November, and I am hoping that I get a lot of my end of the year TBR on this November TBR. I actually have like stacks of books here that I'm gonna try to like pull from if the prompts will let me. And I might stretch a little because I want to get these books read by the end of the year. So yeah, we will see what happens, but I'm so excited to be playing my TBR game again. If you don't know, I start at this spot here and I go all the way to the end, and each square has like a different genre, and each genre has like a jar with different prompts in it. And then if I land on the owl, it means I have to choose 2 books for that specific like prompt or color. So yeah, I only have 2. I might in the new year change it up a bit, where if I don't finish my TBR, I have to add another like owl or something. I've seen like other YouTubers with TBR games do something similar to that, and I might take that idea just so I have the incentive to actually, or push to actually finish my TBRs, because I struggle with finishing my TBRs, especially when I get into book slumps, which I have been in a reading slump kind of for the past like 3 months. But I had surgery at the beginning of this month, eye surgery, which it is looking so much better. I'm like so grateful for like the eye surgery and like the eye doctor I had. Like I think she did a wonderful job. But yeah, so like I like the first like week of October I was recovering from surgery. And so yeah, and then ever since I've been reading books, but I haven't been like I like had 1 5-star so far this month. So yeah, I haven't been like loving the books that I have been reading. So yeah, anyway, we are gonna go ahead and get started with my TBR game before I like keep rambling. So yeah, let's go ahead and do my first roll for Owl Choose Your TBR. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do roll number 1. That's 6. And that's light green, and light green is any genre, so that is actually great. So let's go ahead and do the first prompt. This is a long one. Mood read. Oh my god, that is great. Okay. That is actually works very much in my favor. Okay, so for roll number 1, we landed on light green, which is for any genre, and the prompt couldn't be any better, and that is mood read. Not sure if you see that, but yeah, mood read. And so yeah, that works very much in my favor. I am not going to select the book, obviously, because it's mood read, so I'll just select whatever book that I decide to read when I like whatever I'm in the mood for. So yeah, that is a great first prompt. Let's go ahead and do roll number 1 or roll number 2. Okay, we're on to roll number 2. 7. Oh, another green prompt, any genre. That actually is so great because I have like several different genres, but it's mostly like fantasy and fantasy romance. So hopefully this will work for one of the books. But it is any genre, so. Any sequel. Okay, that actually works out great as well. Okay, so for prompt or role number 2, we landed on light green again, which is again any genre. And this time I got the prompt for any sequel, and I actually have like several different options I could choose from. I am not sure which one, so I have Gold by Raven Kennedy. I have A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty by Stasia Stark, which I've already started. And then also 2 books that I've already started that I need to finish that I could probably add is A Fire in the Flesh by Jennifer Armentrout, or A Kingdom of Ruin by K.F. Breen. Both I've already started, so those are definitely options. I have the second Crescent City book, what is it? House of Sky and Breath. I could choose that one. And then I also have Reckless by Lauren Roberts. Still have to get to this one. I have Hopeless by Elsie Silver, and then Scarred, which this is not like a direct sequel, but it's like these are both actually not like direct sequels, but they're from like the same, like, this is a Never After, like, part of the Never After series. It follows different like dark fairy tales. Like, it's not like a fairy tale retelling, but it's like a dark romance based off of like different like Disney movies, Disney movies, I think. And then I have Hopeless, which is part of the Chestnut Springs series. This is the last book I have to get to for that series before I want to, like, I really want to move on to the Wild Love series. So this is the last book in that series, so I could finish off a series if I choose this one. But yeah, I'm not sure what I will choose. I probably should choose one of the books I'm in the middle of, which are these 3. I have, A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty, A Fire in the Flesh, or A Kingdom of Ruin. I think I might go with A Fire in the Flesh because I really want to get to the final book in the Flesh and Fire series. So yeah, I think I might go with this one for a sequel in any genre. Like I said, I'm like 116 pages into it, and then I like put it down for whatever reason. I don't know. I just, like I said, I've been in like a slumpy mood, so I've been just picking up like really quick, easy like reads lately. So yeah, I just haven't been in the mood to pick this back up. I was liking it. I just put it down for whatever reason. So yeah, I am gonna go with this one. Hopefully I will finish it in November, and I hopefully maybe will get to the final book in December, maybe. So yeah, Fire in the Flesh, book number 2 for my Owl Choose Your TBR. Now on to roll number 3. Okay, we're on to roll number 3. That's a 4. That's Bright Yellow. All right, Bright Yellow is thriller, horror, and mystery. All right. Let's see. Less than 300 pages. Okay. Okay, so for roll number 3, I landed on a bright yellow square, and that is my thriller mystery horror jar. And the prompt I got was less than 300 pages, and you already saw it, but I am choosing Confessions by Kane Minato. This was on my October TBR, but I never ended up getting to it. I just didn't get to it for whatever reason, even though it's really short. It is under 300 pages. Let's see how many pages. 234 pages. So yeah, I did try to start it. I only got like 6 pages in, so I probably just restart it. And yeah, I just got in my slump again and picked up a different books. So yeah, I still have to read this. So I will add it to my November TBR because it fits. And this is like a thriller, I think. Thriller horror. I don't know. It's about this like teacher who talks to her pupils, and she's like out for revenge on like her daughter, like because her daughter died. That's all I really know. I know that there's like a lot of like different twists in it, and like I heard like it's a very like quick read, but yeah, I'm excited to read it because I've heard nothing but good things about it. So yeah, Confessions is my 3rd book on my I Will Choose Your TBR. Let's go ahead and do roll number 4. All right, so we are going to go ahead and do roll number 4. 8. 7, 8, and that is blue, which is literary or contemporary fiction. All right. All right, I got a prompt here. New to me author. Okay, so for roll number 4, I landed on a blue square, and that is my literary or contemporary fiction jar, and the prompt I got was new to me author. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, new to me author. And for that, I'm going to choose The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. This is a book that came out last year, and it got like a really, like a ton of hype. And it was actually a Goodreads nominee, I believe. And I think it follows like an author, and it kind of has like similar feeling of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. At least that's what I've heard. But like there's like a competition with like this author's like final book. Like I think the author dies or something. And like there's a competition like with finding this book, and like you get entered into like, yeah, I don't know the exact premise, but I think that's what I've heard about it, and it sounds like it'll be fun. And it sounds like, I feel like this is a good book for, like, I might save this for the end of, like, November, because it'll be kind of getting into, like, the holiday season. So, yeah, I think this will be perfect because it has, like, the magical, like, vibes and, like, the atmosphere. I don't know. I feel like it'll be perfect for, like, the holiday time. So, I think I will save this for maybe the end of November. Unless I get into the mood for it earlier than that. But yeah, I'm excited to add this to my TBR. I was meaning to read it last year, but never did. So yeah, very excited to read this one. Let's go ahead and do roll number 5. Okay, we are on to roll number 5. And that's a 10, like big numbers. That's light purple, which is fantasy. And actually I do have a couple fantasies, but yeah, we will see what I got on here for a prompt. Okay. That's white on the cover. Okay. Okay, so for roll number 5, I landed on light purple, which is fantasy jar. And I'm counting like romantasy in that too, even though I do have a separate like romantasy jar. But the prompt I got was white on the cover, and I have a few options here. I have Gold again by Raven Kennedy. This is the fifth book in the Plated Prisoners series. The last book just came out. I also have that here, Goldfinch. And so, but I still have not gotten to this one yet, so I really want to get to this as soon as possible so that I can finish the series. So yeah, Gold is an option. I also have When the Moon Hatched. This isn't like very white, but there is white on the cover. It didn't say white cover. It just said it had to have white on the cover. So, When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker's option. This is very hyped. I already started it like several times actually. I started on my Kindle too. But here I am 83 pages in. I probably will start over because it's a lot of information at the beginning. So yeah, I'll probably have to start over, but that's okay. I put it down because it's a lot of like, in like the writing style and everything, like it was a lot when like I'm not in a mood for like this heavy like fantasy. But I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I've been wanting to read it. And this is one that's like I want to get to before the end of the year. And then I also have The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. This is another one I started but did not finish. So that'll be a good one to add since I really need to get to it and finish it. Again, I put it down for whatever reason. Probably again because it was fantasy and I just was not in the mood for it at the time. And then another one I have is Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This is part of the Kindred Curse saga. This is the first book. And I've heard nothing but good things about this series as well. Yeah, it's a fantasy. I've heard like if you're a fan of like Throne of Glass, you'll love it. Like it has like the same kind of feeling. So yeah, I really want to get to this. So this is an option. And then the final book I have here is actually a new release, and it's a stunning edition that's finally released. That is Bloodguard by CC Robson. This is another Red Tower book. Look at those stunning red edges. And this is definitely very white. So yeah, this is definitely an option. Because yeah, I really want to get to this one as well. But the smart thing to do is probably to read one of the books I already like started, and I really want to get to When the Moon Hatched. So I might just do this one by Sarah A. Parker, because also this could be a Goodreads, or most definitely will probably be a Goodreads nominee. And I might do something with like Goodreads nominees this year. We will see. Nothing is set in stone for that. I want to try to do something with like the Goodreads nominees or maybe winners. I'm not sure. But yeah, this will definitely want to read before the end of the year. So I will go with this one, even though this is probably the least white cover book on here. But that's okay. I'm going with it. Let's go ahead and do roll number 6. Roll number 6. Okay, we are on to roll number 6. I got 9. 9. Fantasy romance. That is perfect for me. Got the jar. And let's see what prompt. Oh no. Okay. Less than 300 pages. Okay, I actually don't think I have a fantasy romance that is under 300 pages. So I'm going to draw again just in case. And if I do end up finding a fantasy romance with 300 pages, I will just keep both prompts and have 2 books on here. That'll be okay because we are close to the end anyway. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a second one just in case. But yeah, let's go ahead and do another one. Is a standalone fantasy romance. All right. So for roll number 6, I landed on Dark Purple, which is fantasy romance. And the first prompt I got was to find a book with under 300 pages. And I didn't think I had a fantasy romance that was under 300 pages. But I did end up finding one. But since I didn't know, I also drew again for a second book and second prompt, and I got standalone for that. So I have 2 books here now. So for the book that is under 300 pages, I have A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee. This is the same author that wrote The Veiled Kingdom, which I loved that series. The second book, I gave 5 stars based on just like vibes. Like I just was having such a fun time with it. But I know that that one has not gotten the best of ratings so far. And I can understand like the bad ratings and stuff. I just was having such a fun time with that, and was like loving the characters and like the romance and stuff. So, and even though like the ending was a little bit predictable, but that's okay. But anyway, this is a different series by her that I'm very excited to read. I don't know really too much about it. But it follows a prince of a kingdom. And yeah, I don't know too much about it. It's a fun fantasy romance, and yeah, I love like the snake cover and stuff. So yeah, this will be book 1 for that role. And then the second one for standalone, which I don't know, like I'm pretty sure this counts as a standalone. That's Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. This is in the same world as the Serpent and the Wings of Night like series. And that the third book in that series, which follows like different like characters, comes out in November. So I want to read this one before that comes out. So I think this is a good idea to add this to my TBR. Because this is set in the same world, but it's like a standalone that is set in that same world. And this is like part of like the series, like Slaying Monsters, I think, series. I don't know if that's the correct like term, but I have like all of them. There's like the Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, Slaying the Shifter Prince, I know is one, and Slaying the Frost King, and Slaying the Shadow Prince is another one. But they're all like standalones. So yeah, I have Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. I'm excited to get to this one and like be ready to like get into this world again, to get prepared for the sequel. I will leave up the cover of the third book coming out, which follows different characters. It's not like a direct like third book, like direct sequel to what is happening. Like that was like a duology. And now it follows a different couple, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, very excited to add Slaying the Vampire Conqueror on here, and also A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows. So that's 2 books. Now let's go ahead and do roll number 7. Okay, we are on to roll number 7, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to be done. Like those would be my 2 last books that I added. Anything less than 7, then I will have another book to add to my TBR. So let's go ahead. And I got a 10, so I am officially done. So yeah, let's go ahead and go over all the books I added to my TBR again. That is a wrap on my Owl Choose Your TBR for November. Let's just go ahead and go over all the books I have added. The first book prompt I had was a mood read for any genre, so that's not on here. So yeah, I just have to remember to like, I have a mood read that I have to add. But then I have a Fire in the Flesh for a sequel in any genre. I have Confessions for a mystery, thriller, or horror that is under 300 pages. I have The Wishing Game for, what was this for? A literary contemporary book that, I forgot. I will come back to that. I have When the Moon Hatched for a fantasy with white on the cover. And then I have Kingdom of Stars and Shadows for a fantasy romance under 300 pages. And Slaying the Vampire Conqueror for a standalone fantasy romance. And then The Wishing Game, a literary or contemporary fiction from an author I have never read from before. So yeah, that is my set required TBR. I'm just going to go over just a couple books that I want to read in November that I hope I will get to. So yeah, I'm going to set these down and we will go over those. Okay, so those were all my required reads. Now I want to go over some books that I am hoping to get to in November that these first three I haven't really been putting off for too long because they're pretty new releases, especially one of them, and I've already mentioned it earlier in the video. So yeah, the first three are some of the Red Tower books that I've heard really good things about. I haven't really heard too much about Blood Card yet because it just released like a week or two ago it released, and then the Wren and the Holly Library released like over the summer, and then this one just released in September, but I've been hearing really good buzz on The Games Gods Play. So yeah, I have The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. This is like kind of like a Greek mythology type story that I've been hearing really good things about that I really want to read. So there's that. Hopefully I can get to it. And then Wren and the Holly Library by K.A. Lynn. This is kind of like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but it has like an urban setting. I think it takes place in New York. But it sounds really good, and I've been hearing kind of good things about it. I haven't been hearing too much, but I've been hearing some good things, and I just really love this like edition of this book. And yeah, I've just really been wanting to read it. And then I have Bloodguard, which just released, like I said, like a week or two ago. And yeah, I've been really excited. I think this follows like Gladiator. Yeah, 100 years, tens of thousands of gladiators, and today only one will rise. And I think it follows like from the male point of view, which is interesting for a fantasy romance. I've never really read that before, unless it was like dual point of views. So yeah, that'll be pretty interesting, and I'm excited to get to this, and I just love this cover. So yeah, those are the Red Tower books I want to prioritize. I still have also other books from Red Tower that I want to get to that are stunning editions as well, but those three are the ones that I really want to prioritize, hopefully. And then again, I'm gonna mention these, and that is Gold and Goldfinch. Hopefully I can get to these in November. If not, I want to get to it by the end of the year because, like I said, I love this series and I just can't wait to see how it concludes. I've heard good things about the ending. I haven't heard any bad things about it. So yeah, hopefully I can get to these in November. And then I have, again, these two that I'm in the middle of, Kingdom of Ruin and A Kingdom of This Cursed and Empty, both sequels to series. Yeah, these are both ones I started but just haven't not finished, so I am just hoping I can get to these and finish them and maybe continue on with the series if I have time. But yeah, these two, I can't really say too much about it because they're sequels, but this is another like Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I've been like loving it. I think this is the third book. This is the third book in the series, and then this is the second book in the series for this one. This is the Kingdom of Lies series. And yeah, I just have been really, like, I was enjoying. And I really loved the first book in this series. I read it earlier this year, and I started this and then just put it down for whatever reason and just never picked it back up. So yeah, I'm excited to get back into this world. And then same with this one. Like, I don't know why I put it back down. I was enjoying it, just, yeah, never finished it. So yeah, I have these 2 books. And then 2 more fantasy romances that I have is Quicksilver, and this one again, Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole, and this is by Callie Hart. This one, I've heard nothing but good things about both of these. So yeah, these are just 2 fantasy romances that I still have yet to get to, and will probably be on the Goodreads Choice Awards nominees. So that's what I mean. Like, I have all these books that that I need to read. So if they do have a fantasy romance category, I am thinking about maybe doing a vlog of reading some of the nominees. Maybe not all of them, because if there's a ton of sequels, I'm not gonna do that. There's no way I will have time for that. But yeah, we will see if I have time to do like some type of reading vlog with the fantasy romance category, especially since I still have to read a lot of like the big ones. So yeah, we will see. So yeah, these ones I'm very excited to read. Hopefully I can get to them in November. So yeah, those are all the books I want to read for November. Please let me know what you are planning on reading in November, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you don't want to comment anything, please maybe leave a sword emoji in the comments, just so I know that you've been here. And I hope, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.